Good morning, children. How are you today, Did you manage to come up with a bunch of resolutions that you're absolutely positively going to keep this time? Would help if my little USB fan were plugged in. There we go. Spin, you little bastard. It's amazing how life can be so improved by just making a little thing spin around. That's kind of the basis for a lot of humanity, really. Shit spinning. Yeah, I almost didn't notice it was episode 100 because I fucked up the numbering. There were like two doubles. So this was almost episode 98. Because I had, I think, was it 294s and 296s? I mean, look, it doesn't matter really. It's part of that kind of species-wide autism to just enjoy, like, round numbers. 100. I can easily chunk this into an understandable whole. I mean, don't get me wrong. If it somehow coaxes you into giving me money, great. But, that's about the length and breadth of as much as I give a fuck about it. So I was like, learning about my genetic heritage or something, like, unless there's a fucking, castle or something that I'm due, I don't care. I mean, I don't know, maybe I do have a castle, who knows? I mean, they seem like bastards to maintain, and I bet the plumbing's a fucking sight. Like, it's always wild to see stuff about some of those, like, old places, where just this house was built in, like, the 1400s, and, like, half the plumbing is from then. Some fucking terracotta tube or some shit that the Romans installed. I gotta double check if this is true, but I have seen things about, like, toilets in Greece where you can't flush the paper because it's just not spec'd for it at all, so they have these little bins next to it. And it's a vague memory, so I'm not gonna hang my fucking, source on that, but, like, it is distinct nonetheless. Alright, where are we? Doing this bullshit. Okay. A Dudley dilemma. I wonder if there are any Dudleys showing up in the name logs of the, primary schools these days, because I don't think I've ever met a Dudley. Honestly, like, it depends where the castle is. Like, I don't want to have to move, That just seems like a fucking lot of effort. I have citizenship here, and, as a born citizen, that entitles me to an awful lot of things, and to complain endlessly. I don't want to have to go to a new place and, like, I don't know, fucking have them yell at me or some shit. I don't want, and then I'd probably just sell it. Who doesn't want a fucking castle? I could get one of those tech half-wits. Look, you'll be safe from the fucking, you could build a bunker underneath, you'll be safe from the paws. It kept these people safe from the paws. You're in a large bedroom lined with bookshelves. You haven't a clue how you got here or even where here is. But you do sense that some great task is expected of you. You have a vague recollection that you are a student at Dudley House. Dudley House. There's a street in Brisbane called Barry Parade, and that just always cracks me up. But even that fact seems fuzzy and uncertain. Outside a window, you can hear the sounds of honking horns and muffled curses. But when you try to open the window, it refuses to budge. Suddenly, you are seized with a desperate urge to find out where you are and why you are here. Like, man, it's something I've been thinking about a lot lately, of just people in any kind of media are just way too comfortable with massive hallucinations. I can't fucking want to get in. Like, you fucking pain in the ass. You're on TV, I think. Where are we? Nope, can't see her. Yeah, you're down there. Yeah. Content to just sit on the fucking lounge, you know, all day yesterday, but oh, you hear me doing something in here, and it's like, well, what are you up to? And it's like, oh, it's raining outside, so you can't go, like, I don't know, just sit in the yard like the fucking fat halfwit you are. Look, look, look. Ow! You're so pointy. Everything on you that's not a fat pile of fluff is sharp. Yeah, go on, have your breakfast. You small fucking root vegetable. I'll move the bowl to you so you don't get too confused on the fucking 30-centimeter journey from your fucking head to it. Fucking turnip where a fucking brain should be. I've never seen someone get like their equivalent of a bowling ball named Homer. I mean, for that, you'd need a human being who are a little more approximately Homerish, which I think is an achievement. Okay, where are we? Would you like to read the instructions? Fuck no, just throw some Dudleys at me. Yeah, people are just way too okay with, like, massive hallucinations, you know? Like, I've taken drugs, so if I was, like, if there were, like, a whole thing that happened that felt real, and then just an edit undid it or something like that, or there was a person that wasn't there, that's an emergency. There's no, like, well, I guess no, that was weird, guess I'll just go about my fucking day. That's I am basically calling an ambulance. Like, I don't even know if you can call an ambulance for, like, just your brain going haywire, but, like, it's like, well, off to the loony bin with me. Can't get about reality like that. Pick up paper. Look at paper. Look. Paper. I just, I don't care for the way that these things have their fucking verbs set up. It's just, it's irritating. Goodbye, Dudley. You know, like, the even when you're on massive drugs, the hallucinations you get aren't, like, they're more post-fact. You know, you're not, like, seeing things exactly. It's just your bits of your brain that shouldn't be connected are touching. And so the visual information is getting a bit scrambled, and your brain will go, okay, I gotta... It's like if you ever stare at, like, TV static, which you probably can't do these days. It's probably just vanished. But, like, I don't know, go onto YouTube and just Google TV static, and look at it for a second. Because your brain will go, okay, this is nonsense, we have to make sense of it. And you'll start to see kind of shapes sliding and moving around, because your brain's going, alright, that's a thing, oh, that's a thing, but it's static, so it's moving and shifting. It's a little bit like that, you know? Or like the really early and actually fun, like, little AI GIFs that they were doing, where it, you know, you're like, dog, and it was like just dogs sort of spiraling, and you could kind of make out a dog pattern out of it. The stuff's happening, your brain's going, alright, click, that's bits of touching, but that's a face. And so now your brain will just go, oh, that's a face, because, you know, the rest of it is, like, not working right. You know? Like, you're not... You know, you're interpreting scrambled vision as, like, stuff. You don't just get to see a big, like, fucking green dragon flying around, like, you know. Which, I mean, on the one hand is a bit of a shame, but on the other, probably for the best. What are you doing, cat? Just fucking... It's raining, so she gets pissy. She doesn't like thunder. What did animals do before fucking people? Like, you know, oh, here comes a thunderstorm, guess I'll just hide under a log and scream. Like, you can see how this shit gets, like, burnt into the collective subconscious. That sounds like what I should be listening to if I were playing Commodore 64 William S. Burroughs. They're a bit like 3D Magic Eye. Yeah. Like, you will, quote unquote, see things, but you're not seeing them. You know, it's not like the movies. Unless, you know, I mean, I think there are a few things that can kind of get you like that. Like maybe ketamine, but even then, you know, from what I've read about like things like machine elves and stuff, the descriptions all line up with like, you know, these other things. I am the dragon. Look at that. See, it's not left and right. That's all I need. Yeah. Huh. I'm amazed that's not going unbelievably fast. Huh. Oh, look at that. Fucking score one for fucking DOSBox. I don't like the sounds. Home address game's a good way of describing them, yeah. DOSBox. Duff, alright. I mean, this would have to be an early game to not exist in the wake of The Simpsons, you know? And I don't think it is that early. And if you're gonna then make a fucking game called Duff, like, I just find that a little bit peculiar. Duff set. No idea. Alright. I mean, is that meant to be Homer? This is one of those mining games or something, isn't it? God, these are weird. So fucking weird. Oh no, run! There's a fun little death animation at least. Look at that. I'm gonna see what that fucking... Well. Okay, so I slightly exploded myself. What does this do to me? Ah, that's the same animation. That's lame. This is such a funny little genre, you know? Like, do they have mobile versions of that? Because I could see mobile versions of that. Where it's like, oh, you know, here are some fucking lollies or whatever the fuck they fucking put in there to, for some reason, hypnotize mums. I don't even know how that happened, really. Alright. Dogsy! That rings a bell. Isn't he like kind of some, you know, strange orange teardrop of plasticine with like, rings like, I swear there's like a Mega Drive game or something. Bogan shenanigans. Oh, there was a feral wandering around the other day. Like, just wandering around. You know, I think he was really, like, really kind of hammered. And just had a loose end, you know. Like, it's one of the ones that's like, not, you know, there was no malice. It was just like, he was just looking for something to do, someone to talk to, you know, some kind of social connection. Like, hoping maybe if he just walked into a place, there'd be, like, loud music and people, and he could just sort of blend in and hang out. It's kind of one of the sadder ones, you know. Teclado. Alright. Oh. I wonder if I got... No, okay, so I don't have mouse. I mean, it's running a bit quick. Let's, we'll restart that. Pauser! Okay. Well, at least I got pauser. Yeah, it's a light gun game. Stop it. I'm not sure what, like... I think it's a bit like Time Crisis, you know, where there's, like, a lot of people will shoot at you, but, like, you know, there's only, like, the dudes in red or, like, the crack shots, you know? Do I have ammo? I don't think I do. That'll make this easy. I should just mash like crazy. Ah, my blood! I still haven't figured out what the fucking light gun issue is with, like, DOSBox here either. I swear I'm, like, the only person having that problem. I did a bunch of fucking fidgeting. And I could get, like, you know... I can't remember. So it was Time Crisis on the PlayStation, running through Retroarch. It was fine. It worked. I have such a specific problem. I don't know what it is. Goodbye, Dugsy. There is a... Look, I'm gonna double check. Because I'm not hallucinating. There's something Dugsy, something Duggo, Dig... It's not Dig Dug, it's just... Alright, no, zip past it. Where are we? Come on. Yeah, there we are. I gotta find a way to search that as fucking Mega Drive. Fuck this goddamn Genesis bullshit. Def, Dark Castle, Darwin, 4081. Devilish Dick, Dino, Double Dragon. Alright, I don't know. God, what is it? There is something. I can see the cover. He's like this weird kind of blob. Wait, I think it might be Bugsy. I know it exists, but I'm never going to find it today. Just conspiring to make me look mad. Okay. Okay, if there was a Duke 3D in there, it'll be a port. There's an interesting hobbyist port community that will... I mean, I figure it's got to be for practice. Just make ports of things, you know, try to get one thing to fit onto another. I mean, it's not bad, I suppose, but it's just like, why would I do that? You know, why would I play the Mega Drive port of Duke Nukem 3D, which cannot be good, when it is very simple to play the actual one? I'm assuming this is like a fucking stage pack or something. Yeah, it happens a bit. Like, you know, again, I'm not saying don't do it, but it's just like that. I feel like there's better things you could spend your time on. Like, if you're gonna do something like that, maybe make a ROM hack or a mod or something, you know. Just, but again, I think a lot of it's done, you know, for, you know, experience, like learning, you know, personal interest sort of things. Oh. That would explain why that's running a little low. Anyway. Look at that. Now I'm not trying to run it on like a fucking 286. Huh. Wonder why we're getting that flickering. Mouse sensitivity, sounds, parental lock. On. Mummy's not around no more. What is it? It's like tilde or something to fucking...
Let's rock. Damn, those alien bastards are gonna pay for shooting up my ride.
How do I... Alright. There's mouse sensitivity. Am I looking in a weird direction or something? Alright. Ouch. You don't need to look in no stinking directions. I can't remember. Could he jump in this one? Oh, that's right. There was the jetpack. Space opens doors. Is there a jump? I feel like there should be a jump. How am I completely out of ammo? Don't these guys drop ammo? Isn't that kind of the point? Imagine having to go to the movies if you wanted to see a tit. What? What's the matter? What? No, I can't make the thunder go away. That's not within my purview, cat. Alright. Well, that's Duke Nukem 3D somehow. I mean, I'm guessing that's, yeah, it is a map pack. Like, kinda good for Duke Nukem 3Ds here, I think. I don't really want a huge map pack of maps I'm never gonna touch. Duke Assault. Alright, where'd you go, you weirdo? Alright. Sitting up on the bed. Ultra Remix. Oh. Run. Duke Assault with Gravis. Sure. God, look at it. Base of research facility, end of the earth. There's only one room for one. Okay. God, look at it. Look at all the Duke Nukem you can play. Oh, the Death Star. Huh? Guess not. No. Don't really need that. Let's do Assault. Yep. Yeah. There's gonna be a lot of Duke. I remember this at the time. I think this is like an actual expansion pack and not just like a bunch of user things. Or it might just be a good user thing. I honestly can't fucking remember. I don't think I ever played this. Hey, Zombot. Yeah, it's just me here. It's all I do. I do this in my little corner. Come on. Come on. Don't be weird. I wouldn't mind seeing some fucking... There's a lot of Duke Nukem. You know. I mean, you think about how popular Doom was, and then, you know, along came Duke Nukem, which was like fucking even more doomy Doom, and had some, you know, was funny and had some wild shit going for it. Right, now, why'd this kill everything? You know? Why? I can't even fucking... Alright, now, the smart thing to do here is to double fucking check the... Where the fucking mouse go? Thank you, fuck. Alright, now, to double check OBS, because it usually fucking fails on me. Oh, didn't do it that time. Alright. Actually, no, wait. Did we do this for a record? It's starting to ring a bell now. I mean, I definitely didn't play it at the time. Carib. Okay. See, now, was that so fucking hard? You know, was it so hard to just give me that? Was that so beyond your fucking capacity? Was to send me to the fucking... high shadows, mouse sensitivity, mouse aiming flip. I don't know why I'm getting that flickeriness. I'm gonna fiddle with that.
It's time to limbo.
Ah, that is annoying. Okay, I don't think the mod's loaded properly. That would explain a bit. Duke 3. Alright, try that. Alright, okay.
It's time to limbo. Let's go surfing now.
How do you like
Everybody's
it?
running out. Come on, it's the fun.
Oh, come on, that's a water pistol. I didn't think that was gonna kill her. I swear, officer. That's right, it's all water pistols. Look, women.
Hey, watch where you point that.
Yeah. Look, madam, there are things running around, you know.
Hey,
Ow, who's doing that? Okay. That's funny. I was holding run instead of attack, so that's kind of on me. Ooh, 3D Realms Authorized Edition. It's time to limbo. You know, the Hawaiian shirts really suit the pig cops. I think a lot of the outfits do, you know? White suit, fucking suiting the fucking alien guy. I can't remember what they're called. I mean, I'll leave that. That's a real game. All these in Atomic Edition, I feel like they are. Whatever. Alright. I mean, yeah, I'd probably... It depends. Like, I definitely play the original Duke Nukem, but just be aware that it is an ancient game. So, you know. I haven't actually looked much into Duke Nukem in terms of, like, sort of like a modern day, you know, any kind of modern day modifications or anything, you know. Which I'm kind of surprised about now that I come to think of it. Because I figure like there should be, you know, like if we can have like 400 versions of Duke It Out in DC. Ah, that flickering is driving me fucking insane. It's just getting worse and worse. Why are you doing that? Options maybe. I don't think that should do anything. Alrighty. Come on! Come on, fix it! Yeah, like, what is the, you know, what's the Duke Nukem? Hey, look at that, it fixed it. Well, shit on me. I am so used to, like, just stuff not fixing. You know, Oh, look, try this if there's flickering. Oh, yeah, like the fucking suggested solution's gonna just fucking, you know, fly in out of nowhere and fucking, you know, make my day better. Oh, fuck, that's right. As fast as I'm running. Ow. Oh, man, one. Ah, there we are. Die, die, die. Haha! Now I am in charge of the White House. Medicine. Yeah, I probably should get that ammo. I'm surprisingly low on ammo in these little jaunts so far. Alright. I'm not allowed in there. Maybe I gotta sneak around back. Ugh, precious shotgun ammo. Who's grunting at me? Is that you, Bill Clinton? Let me enter the White House. There is a jump button. It's A for anyone playing along at home. Ow. Fucking door. "2D chairs that always face you." Da 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 da. That's one of the quainter features of these old games. Ah, fuck yeah.
Come get some.
Yeah. Would you like it? Would you like a sample? Ah, there we go. I'm in the fireplace. Aha. The security cameras was always a nice touch, you know. Because it is helpful. You get to, you know, see what's coming. I don't like you, blobs. You upset me. Hell yeah. It turned out she was going to say kill the person who put me in here. Can I do the fucking ducky? There we go. Still got it. Ah, White House. My house now. Ow, fuck you. Well, fine. A lot of the difficulty I find going back to these old shooters is just like how much the game is. I'm not gonna play as many of these as long because it's, you know what it's gonna be? It's gonna be Duke Nukem again. Like, which Duke Nukem 3D? Like, this one, or... I mean, I don't know. Back then, it kind of just came out, you know? It was just like, here's some shit on the goddamn thing. You're like, oh, wow, look at that.
Let's rock.
Huh. I don't even remember this. Is this the Death Star? Alright. I don't know if I want to tamper with a big vortex. Am I supposed to go into these? Is this a Stargate? Oop. Oh, down here now. Like, you know, again, like, an active part of game design back in the day was like, oh, we're gonna make it just fucking difficult to know where you're going. Ow. Fuck's that? I don't recognize half this shit. I think that thing's shooting at me. Stop it, you chode. No, quit it. Don't. I don't like it, no. Ugh. Rejiggering my fingers to...
the king, baby.
Oh, cool. That's a new thing. Ow, what the fuck? Ah! I saw one as big as that the other day. Huh, those spiders have butts. Well, that's an interesting little one. That one's got a lot about it. I mean, look, Duke Nukem 3D, we just looked at that. Atomic Edition. I think this is just all those things that we were just sort of looking at in like a compilation or something, maybe. I don't know. It was like a fucking #1 selling computer game in the world. Death matches. I mean, was it an update? I didn't like it. Super VGA support. Alright, we'll go in chronological order now. Because I do want I do want you, if you haven't, to see, you know, where Duke Nukem, where it started. Alright, okay. Oh, why'd this kill it? Why? I don't know. I feel like I just immediately, whenever I finish this, is like the last thing I want to think about is like, okay, I'm going to troubleshoot a bunch of fucking games, because like, I feel like I gotta go check the fucking DOSBOX Pure fucking Git or something for like, hey, every now and then when I try to run something, it just like reaches through time and strangles my fucking computer, and I don't quite get why. Because it might just be some setting I can change, you know, like the fix things setting that we found earlier. Come on. Alt tab, no. So yeah, that weird feral yesterday just kind of bumbled around like a sort of tragic pinball. Fortunately, like, you know, the next door area is like this big, you know, one of those little inlets that just has like a bunch of flats. So he sort of just bounced in there and then was just kind of reflecting around until the, you know, police came and, I don't know, took him fucking somewhere. Kyle, I do not put that much planning into anything I do. Ah! Then I can't see the mouse. Fuck, where are we? Fuck me running. Ah, the exciting game of double check fucking OBS hasn't fucked up. Nope, everything still seems to be going. Oh, fuck it, it'll do it great. Alright, let's not push the fucking destroy everything. Okay. I like how there's just game work button and then game not work button. That's fucking rad. God, look at this. Didn't even have a little thing you had to push like just S. It's like, oh. I, Dr. Proton. This was, okay, so for people who don't get this was back when Oprah was a lot more like Jerry Springer, which did happen. She started out basically like fucking, you know, Jerry Springer, and then I'm not even sure when the morph happened. I'm pretty sure it was like there was a guest she got on, it was a big deal. Like, someone did something and then they came on Oprah to talk about it, and then basically she was like just in charge of mums for like 20 years. Proton Breath is funny. Like, if his name was Dr. Smith, would you call him Dr. Smith Breath? Like... Yeah. Huh? Boy. Ooh, he's got a laser. He picked up a joystick. This is Duke Nukem. Uh-huh. Yeah. Look at that. It's like if Commander Keen had puberty. Sort of. Ooh, that hurts. That's a hurty. Chicken doesn't hurt. That's what we can take away from today. Sweet chicken, it doesn't hurt. Oh, oh, that's a hurty. Oh boy, children, points. You remember points. Points, the super important thing in video games for like, you know, 20 fucking years of it. Before we could do other stuff that was like, you know, actually interesting. Ah, I laser my balloon. No! I laser my balloon. Ah, something there and I didn't get it. Now I'll never know. I have the nuclear molecule. And... you know, this was... ah, I laser my balloon again! I keep wanting to shoot through the balloon to get to the fucking monsters on the other side. And then, you know, instead I laser my balloon, and I have no balloon left. Ow, hey, you're from Master Blaster, you shouldn't even be here. Ah, chicken. Ah, floppy disk. You can eat floppy disks. You know. What are you gonna do? Listen to like fucking medicine? Or science about what you can put in your mouth? Ah, this makes up for all the fucking balloons I destroyed earlier. Ah, fuck you. Ed 209 can't jump. Ah, do you see it? Miss me, bitch. Listen to these noises. Aren't you glad your sound is being blasted right now? Like, you could go, ow, that hurt my head. That's bad, owie. Alright, look, I don't want to go up that high, because I'll bump my noggin when I'm trying to, like, jump for this thing. Don't do that. Alright. I think that was a molecule. Oh, piss, fuck, shit, ass. Aha. I wonder what this next one's gonna be. Ah, shit. My vote was M. No. Where am I going? What am I doing? What's my goal here? What's my day about? You know, I mean, I know that Dr. Proton's being a big jerk, but like, you know. It wasn't so swish that time. Skiddly boop. Where do I go? This, I feel like this should be out, but it isn't. It sucks. It's just more in. Brrr. And it just goes on like that. That's Nukem. You know? That was a... I mean, I wouldn't say that was as big a deal as 3D, but it was a pretty big deal. Yeah. Requires 640 kilobytes of RAM. I'd rather they bring this Duke into the future, you know? Look at him, yeah. Shrapnel City. And, you know, because it was shareware, you know, you're trapped in the future and shit. I will just take a brief look. The dude from Reacher needs to play Blazkowicz in a Wolfenstein movie. Because I was looking at that square motherfucker the other day, and it's just like, that's uncanny. That is unfucking... I didn't think you could... Like, I do appreciate the Americans for, like, just going, hey, what if we made the squarest guy? I managed to find my moon base. He's so serious in this one, you know? He's like, oh, I'm gonna end your terror. He's not like, tits and fart. That absolutely is the fucking thing from fucking... You know, the actually really good Blaster Master. And the really good remakes, even though the company that makes them doesn't know how to make games on PC for some reason. It's very baffling. Can't even make the game full screen. You have to fucking download fucking software to do it. Utterly baffling. Stupid pieces of shit make all these really good retro-style games and just can't do basic things. Beppis? Look, I don't need all this soft drink when I'm already at max green, okay? Oh, you made me shoot my balloon! Oh, that's just fire. Give me my health back, you motherfucker. Oh, look, piss off. Oh yeah, that's the fucking... Look, listen to this noise. That's just what lasers sound like. It's whisper quiet! Number go up, 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 number go up. Well, that's enough of that for the day. Like, the Duke Nukem games are fun. Like, this, you know, Duke Nukem, at least, you know, I don't know, these are of their era. But, you know, Duke Nukem 3D, there wasn't a lot of, like, that kind of, you know, reference-y stuff going on back in the day, you know? It was, beyond being just a good game at its base, which it definitely was, you know, again, there are design elements that are of their era that I, in the distant magical future, don't like. You know, like making your stages fucking just a nightmare to navigate. But Duke the Fluke, how dare you? I'm going to the future. Aren't I already in the future? Isn't this what the future is? I can't go to the future from the future. There's already robots, you know? Ah, piss off, you little fucknut. That's just a Roomba. I don't even know how. Like, I've been hit in the toe by a Roomba. You know? Like, it wasn't a big deal. It's not like it can fucking beat me in a fight. Ooh, that hurt. Ah, I didn't shoot my balloon this time. You didn't get me, you little wall bastard. Alright, well, that was... Ah, poo-poo shit butt. Yeah, okay. But yeah, I mean, like, there was, you know... They just all looked like this, and they all were this. And look, you know, the baseline function of them, you know, is more or less there. You know, it's not exactly the smoothest life experience, but it holds up enough for the, you know, style of game it was, and, you know, these can be fun little novelties. These are like good games for your little phone handheld, or, you know, something along those lines. Because you can just kind of just, you know, the core of them is functional enough that you can just get lost in them. Alright, now we get to Duke Nukem 2. Oh, look at that. Includes all the exciting episodes. Huh. That's weird. Oh, view 3D model. Right, that's why that happened. The Duke is back! Man! He's gonna take my brain. You know, look at him back when he wasn't wearing the sunnies, you know? It's like seeing a really early... It's like seeing, like, Undertaker back when he was, like, not Undertaker, you know? It's just something so iconic. Like, even Sting was, like, you know... He was Surfer Sting, and then he was, like, the, you know, one of the Blade Runners, which I think was still just called Sting, but I can't remember. But that you know, that was still pretty much one... You know, one thing. It's not like there's just like, oh yeah, here's Sting, except he's called Jumpin' Gary, and he's just like, you know, something completely different. I mean, you know, a fucking Roomba with razor blades attached to it where? You know, like, because if you could make the little munchy bits on the front, like razor blades or something, that might be a bit more dangerous. I mean, if it's just spiky and bumping into me, that's still not a huge, you know... Ah, fucking Lord. Why? Why? We're working. I'm not having this fucking bullshit. Not getting halfway through a thing, only to turn around and see you fucking numpties going, there's just frozen. Because that's not my fault. When it's just my face, alright. Alright. But when fucking OBS fucks up... Alright, so the bat just froze it. Fucking, look. In 1991. Neo LA. Oh, look at this. Look, my gun's charging up. Yeah, I just broke out of, like, space jail. Fuck me. I can crouch. I can destroy the fucking things. Security cameras. Oh, buggery. These guys actually, like, yeah, they take a swipe at you. But... that shit don't fly with the Duke. Ah, look, fuck off. No hands for you, home slice. Ah! Huh. Ow, you motherfucker. Oh, I can only disable those briefly. That sucks. Ah, fucking Minge, stop making all of it fucking just bombs. Let's do a sonic jump. I don't even know how it did that. I mean, every day is rapid fire when you have my thumbs, you know? Ah, my bum died. I don't know, like, Duke Nukem 2 for me is always, like, it looks better, but, like, there's that still that scrolling issue, you know? Where it just kind of, like, brings the experience down a little. It's enough to the point where, like, a lot of it looks like it should be better than it is. Alright. Spending most our lives living... Oh, fuck yeah. Alright. Finally. Mods with actual fucking bits. Now we're talking. Bits. Okay. Alright, which one of these will work and which one of these will freeze and die? Oh, look at that. Yeah. Alright. Says penthouse, so, you know. Pixel vulva.
Let's rock.
I mean, is this just not like...
Somebody's gonna friggin' pay for screwing up my vacation.
I won. Can I talk to him? Can I throw money at him? Look. Someone put effort into this. That's the best part, you know? Like... What is that? Some kind of submarine? I heard you die. Ah, god damn it.
Somebody's gonna friggin' pay for screwing up my vacation.
I don't want to accidentally kill one of these ladies. Where's some fucking ammo or some shit? Like, fuck, why does no one give me fucking ammo for these things? What y'all doing? Alright, what's that? Yeah. Alright. I don't think I can jump on that. Which is a shame. I want to meet Gilligan. Oh, wow, look at that. Ah, fuck me. There's just sharks and brains down there. I don't want to deal with that. Ah, there we are. Alright. Small med kit. Just time to jump. That's okay. It's alright. Oh no, I'm up as high as I can go, so I can't jump from there. I'm just hitting my brain on, like, stuff. I can't... Look, one of you buggers give me a, you know, shotgun so I can deal with this.
Groovy.
Is that just a pistol? Well, whatever. It's ammo. You know. And I needed that. I really did. Alright, wait. Ah, there's no fucking dumpster shotgun. That's just nonsense. There are technical ways to deal with these guys, but, like, I just, you know. I'm not that bright. I was hoping that food was going to be health. You know? Like, I feel like these days it should be. Hooray! I wonder if Larry Flint's going to be here. Ah, fucking thank you.
Groovy.
How's the meat and potatoes gone? You know, back in the day, the shotgun was what you looked for and what you need. I mean, look at that. Look at that, you know? Solves problems. Solves most alien-based issues. Unless you're aliens like Starman or some shit, because I don't think you gotta, you know, I don't think a shotgun's the approach for that. More health. A fucking gif of titty licking. In a way, this is the most of Duke Nukem. Ass. Suck it. Space on you? Nope. Damn it. So lonely. Thank you, madam. I have borrowed your cupboard shotguns. I want to assume that you weren't using those to penetrate yourself. Oh. Hmm. Is that like a Lara Croft?
You wanna dance? Shake it, baby.
I'm almost offended nothing happens. Ow. Hey, look, a reference to fucking... whatever the thing. Wang. Shadow Warrior. Keep pushing space for jump. It's just instinct at this point, you know? Fuck off. Oh, look, there's just a lot of cunts out here, you know? Aww. There's a surprising lack of titty there, I think. Pig cop upset at being interrupted. This is gonna be a worry. I wonder if this is gonna be an actual fucking mod of 3D or if it's gonna be some weird homemade Flash game. Is this that fucking... Oh, holy shit, this is. This is that fucking game engine I hate. Except with just full-scale anal penetration. So, you know... Oh, ow. And I'm just slapping women. This is the fucking zenith of this. Alright. Do I have dildo? What's... Fucking, I don't even know what that's doing. What the? Am I putting that down? Or am I just restarting the fucking game? I think I'm getting killed. But like, whoever made this is a simpleton. Fuck it. Welcome to Anal Acres. Just the walls, like. All right. They made my penis purple. That's terrible, even for type. Oh, fuck me. Of course, it looks like Image Comics. Check out the home of Duke Screw'em. 30 levels. Just terrible. Just fucking terrible. Like, it's not even a mod of... Like, if that were a mod of the Duke Nukem engine, it'd be like, you know, playable. It's not even that. I'm never getting... Like, we don't make money from YouTube. You know, like it's just not an option. Stuff's either copyrighted, or there's swears, or there's discussions of things that are gonna freak out. Like, no one's putting ads on our shit that isn't like just a crypto scam. And at any rate, I'd recommend using ad blocker on YouTube anyway. It always blows my mind when people don't. It's like, did I just load straight fucking 3D again? I just want to get through the Duke pile today. I can't like just come back and be like, oh, it's fucking more fucking, you know, Duke Nukem to fucking morrow. I just can't. Alright. The game is what looks to be Ric Flair about to flash us, so... Fantastic. Yeah, I thought I played some of these. Yeah, like, I mean, don't get me wrong. You know, in like, I don't know, fucking 1994 or some shit, that fucking one big still image of like just, you know, raw anal penetration, that'd have been enough to fucking keep you going for a while, you know? Like, that was more than you could just fucking see back in the day.
Let's rock.
I pushed down, I don't fucking... Whatever. Nuclear window, played it with Amber, don't need to do it again. Dude! Zone 2. This is a level pack. Hey, look at this. Ad blockers work. I don't know what's wrong with you, Kyle. I have ad blocker on YouTube. I never see ads. There was a bit, like, try, like, I don't know, either updating or re-downloading, what one do I use? Origin or something. Also, there are some specific YouTube ad blocker plugins you can get that will just skip the ads even if they can't block them outright. But yeah, I 100% use them, and I was using them just this morning, so I don't think much has changed. The Dune game is the only fucking version of these that I've actually played all the way through. I actually played this and fucking beat this. I think one of the fucking things that helps it over the line is there's a genuine adventure component to it, sort of going on in the background, as well as the sort of, you know, bits and bobs. It borrows a lot of the Lynch movie aesthetic, which, you know, always works for me, because if nothing else, I think his visual sense for that film is really, really good. I don't think I ever had it with, like, Sound Blaster, though, so this is kind of a new experience. Like, I don't know, like, there are, if you pay for a subscription for YouTube, you might do that for reasons beyond just, you know, for separate reasons. So that's neither here nor there. Maybe you get something out of it that, you know, I don't use YouTube for. $10,191. Planet Harkonnen, home of House. How's known as it? GD Prime, home of House Harkonnen. Precipitation, none. I like how in this one Harkonnen has sub-tits. I know they're the gravity repulsors, but I choose to believe they're sub-tits. Carthage Hog. Can I go there? I can't remember. I can't even remember how to do any of this. It's so much easier when you've got... Because I remember losing... I lost fucking Gurney one time. I just chucked him into a siege and then he was just like... Alright. Alright, can I talk to them yet? I can't remember. Where is my little spicy guy? Where is that? Have I got him out yet? Fucking Harkonnens. I just got the phrase Harkonnen O'Brien in my head and now I can't get rid of it. Alright. Alright, how do I get out of here? Oh, that's right. A little map, you know, so yeah, you like potter about and you do shit. There's Mum, you know. That's where the still suits get kept. There we go. That looks familiar. So yeah, I gotta go talk. There's just no amount of sci-fi that makes like an ornithopter sensible, you know. You know, you pop down here and you talk to this guy. Oh no, it didn't fucking look. Come, you know. There we go. Then apparently the Fremen, because I was always fucking confused about where the fucking Fremen came from. But apparently they were like, so, you know, in the real early expansion of humanity, there were these Sunni philosophers that got stuck on fucking this. And then you talk to them and go, hey, work for me. Yeah, alright. You know, and you can like talk to him and you're like, you go, you know, maybe he's gonna... you know, specialize in spice. You know, fucking... I mean, I can't remember how the rest of it goes, but like... You know, you manage stuff and there's an adventure component and you play Dune, basically. And I think, like, Dune 2 was, like, just after... Was it Dune 3? Huh. I think this is Dune 2. I think Dune 2 comes after like Herzog's Zwei is like one of the earlier fucking... Like this is an RTS. This is one... I remember seeing this just being like, this is too much. I don't have the brain for that. But oh, look at that, it's got an actual video and some sound and shit. There was speech? Was that like a CD? I didn't get any fucking speech. Is there an option for a CD or is this just booting straight into the game? Alright, there we are. Oh yeah, there is. Dune CD. Look at that. This I definitely didn't have. Oh, are we getting the Princess Irulan fucking... No, it's Princess Virgin Games. It's so wild that, like, Richard Branson's fucking music label actually, you know, published and sometimes I think developed some reasonably good fucking games. There's a French porn game called Behind the Dune. I mean, that doesn't ring a bell. I mean, some stuff that you might think of as DOS games are actually Windows games, which... Ah, she is.
A beginning is a very delicate time. Know then that it is the year 10,191. The known universe is ruled by the Padishah Emperor.
It's a good movie. You know, people rag on it, and I think that's bullshit. I think they're morons. The Spice Diver edit is better because it adds a lot of stuff, but even just as a basic fucking film, you know, it's a solid fucking film.
The spice expands consciousness. The spice is vital to travel.
I also like some of the changes. I think the weirding modules are kind of boring, but like the idea that like rather than the spice letting the navigators like fucking just plot courses but actually hallucinate you through space is fun.
That is, travel to any part of the universe without moving. Oh yes.
Alright. I mean, I've seen that intro a bazillion times.
In the
Ooh.
spy
Alright. Mixer panel. Alright, hey, look at that. American. Huh. That's interesting.
I am the Duke Leto Atreides. My son, we must mine the spice as soon as possible.
Does that do anything?
Or the Emperor, my son. We must know. I have to stay here.
Ah, I never got the fucking version with all the speech. Never got the version with all the speech. Alright, well, Dune 2 is a tomorrow fucking problem. Alright, look, let's be quiet for a second. There we go. Alright. My son. Yeah, I had it on like floppy disk, so I got like I didn't even get those decent beeps that the fucking version had. We didn't have any kind of fucking sound card. Just like Noot. You'd get like Newt and that'd be it. I swear it was almost like just a fucking post speaker, but like glorified. You know what? Yes. The Spice Girls are agents of the Bene Gesserit. Like, people who think, like, oh yeah, the Bene Gesserit, they're just boring, and they're weird, like, fucking space nuns. And it's like, no, they were, like, trained concubines. Like, and I mean, like, you gotta imagine what fucking weird dick-sucking techniques that, like, 10,000-year breeding programs to produce, like, people who, like, suck dick so good that they can fucking just control you. You know, because that'd be some fucking shit. Fucking, you know, make you ejaculate a whole testicle using the fucking voice or something. It's like, we probably do. Not a whole fucking testicle. It's like, well, gotta make a doctor's appointment for later today, but my morning is now booked out. I think that's definitely that. Like, it's one of those stories, you know. Like, I wouldn't read beyond. I mean, yeah, for me, it was a bit of a struggle to get past when, like, fucking, you know, Paul dies, because just, you know, it's like he was the main character for like 2 whole fucking books, basically, and I just never got into the fucking Duncan clones. I was like, oh, I don't care. But, like, it is interesting to see. It's like, alright, how far can this go? You know? Where does this end? What happens? And it's like, oh, yeah. You know, his son becomes a fucking cosmic space worm and is like, alright, you know, how does a fucking self-aware life form work out its place in the universe? You know? Like, what are we doing here? We're just gonna just fucking tool around and shoot at each other for, like, another 10,000 years? That seems fucking pointless. Napoleon's wife's hypno pussy. Sometimes it can get you like that, you know. You find just the right one. Yeah, like, again, the books, you know, when you live in a world post a massive influential thing, it can be sometimes hard to go back to the influential thing and to look at it and go, well, I don't see what the big deal is. But it is important to be understood within the context of being, you know, written in like I think it was published in the 60s or something, if memory serves. I don't know. But, like, early, you know. It's one of those ones where you just go, well, you know, so what? Lots of things do this. It's like, yeah, but this, you know. The thing I really like about it is set in our future. You know, this isn't like just a long time ago in a galaxy far away. You know, it's the idea is like, all right, what happens to humans in like fucking 20,000 years? Yeah, like there aren't. I will just say now there are not 23 books. There are the ones that like Frank Herbert wrote. I can't remember if they go past. I'm pretty sure he wrote one of the ones past 3. I can't remember. I wouldn't bother reading past that. Like, there's some interesting sort of filler material and side stuff like that can be kind of novel. You know, like some details on like the human war against the machines and stuff like that. Like, that's interesting. But I mean, honestly, you can just sort of look through a wiki, really, just be like, oh, because I was curious, you know, about like, well, where is Earth? Is Earth like around? Where do we fucking lose it? Like, what happened? And basically, yeah, we sort of there was a fight against like machines, and then the machines decided that they were going to be in it for themselves, and then we had another war against the machines, and then they basically have Earth. There's some like cyborg general monster that lives on Earth or something. I can't quite remember how the rest of it goes. But I mean, again, you know, it's a fun thing in terms of so much sci-fi is like, hey, what if we had a war against the machines? And this is like set in a time period where the war against the machines is for them like, you know, some fucking, you know, like Cannae is for us. You know, you might look 2,000 years ago, it's like, oh, Hannibal. Like, that's that for them. It's like, you know, fucking 10,000 years ago, they're like, oh, look, fucking brain robots. And we're not allowed to have those anymore, and that's why we got, like, fucking autistics we gave steroids to and just fucking juiced to the fucking nines. Like, technically, there are planets that break the rules, though. Like, there's Ix in Chess, and they do make machines, but, like, they gotta, you know, you're allowed to have an iPad. I think you're not allowed to have like a robot that can talk. Like that's the official thing in the Orange Bible is, you know, it is forbidden to make a machine in the image of a human mind. You're not allowed to have him thinking, because that gets out of hand. 17 by his son. God, that is a lot. Yeah, I think it comes up in Star Wars as well. Like, the idea is like, so it's the Holtzman shields. So, you know, the little wobbly shields. And it's the same technology that they use to fold space. So it's basically, you know, your warp drive collapses the space in front of you and expands the space behind you, and so you kind of, you know, squeeze through less space, and that's how you get places faster than you should be able to get. And the same technology is used for the shields, and the shields basically create like a bit of warped space that exists around you. And it has to be, like, you can tell it to just not let anything through, but then atmosphere doesn't get through and you die. So it's well thought out as to why. So it's like bullets don't work because between, they just bounce off. Lasers create an altogether separate problem where if you try to fold a photonic laser in space, it folds back onto itself and can make basically like two atoms try to exist in the same space, and then a catastrophic atomic explosion will occur somewhere between the start point of the laser and the end point of the laser, and basically it's just madness, and so you just can't. And so the end result is you need to perform hand-to-hand combat, and you need to do it in a way that, like, you can kind of slowly get in there and, like, you know, fucking get them. Which Villeneuve fucking talked a big game about, like, having the fighting style be interesting and related to that in, like, the Dune movies, but I didn't see any of that. It was still just a kind of general fight sequence. Which is a shame, because, like, it would need to be... I mean, that's a very different, like, to get close quickly, like, to move kind of, like, quick enough to sort of get an opening, but, like, slow enough to actually get the fucking knife in there and do something is, you know, interesting if explored correctly. But They were just brawls. Also, there was one scene in Villeneuve's movie where there was like someone firing a las gun at like shielded ships, and it's like that person would be getting like killed. You know, not like jail. Like if you fire a fucking laser at like a potentially shielded ship, it's just like, oh well, you almost destroyed fucking everything. But I mean, it's not what I'd call hard sci-fi exactly. It's more like possible history, you know? It's more like hard sociology in terms that all of this is used to sort of explore, you know, the realities of human development through like, you know, because again, a lot of it is treated sort of like, you know, huge amounts of the big developments that happen in the movie or that happen in the story are things that have happened in the past, you know. I mean, one thing I do sort of slightly take issue though is the idea of like functional tens of thousands year plans, because systemic function to that degree is so far entirely alien to our species, and being able to push against that is interesting. Although I think you know, you can make the argument that there's a connection between that and like the overall theme of the books, which is you know, humanity is kind of atrophied. You know, the fear of the machines has forced us into this sort of position, you know, where by necessity, you know, we had to create like these long-term genetic plans to breed up like super autistics and shit. And so that's kind of like just locked us in. We're so controlled, we're not really evolving anymore. You know, we've honed evolution down into like these few streams of Bene Gesserit, Navigator, and Mentat, and that's just sort of it. And kind of the big thing that Leto, you know, does at the end is, you know, recommend humans get scattered to the wind again and toddle off to go see what's going on. I don't know, maybe it happens in later books, but I don't think we ever stumble upon anything like any complex life that didn't, you know, I mean, aside from the worms, I suppose. But I don't know if there are any actual aliens in it. You know, I think just basically after being in space for that long, we are the aliens. Yeah, Sting's an unfortunate piece of casting. That is one thing I will say about, like, Lynch's film. Particularly because the way he's described in the books is almost the polar opposite of Sting. Like, he does look like a maniac. I'll give him that. But, like, in the books, he's, like, this sort of glowering, you know, he's got, like, this black hair that comes down over his face, you know. It more, honestly, weirdly, more a Timothée Chalamet than fucking Sting. Although I do kind of like, there's an overall design ethos that's gone into the Harkonnens for Villeneuve's movie of just being, like, completely antiseptic. And that's, you know, that's why they're all, like, weird, hairless rat people. And, you know, again, it's okay to make a change like that if you consider how the rest of the dominoes fall, you know. So, Fade is... Oh, the worms were genetically engineered millennia ago by ancient humans. Well, there you go. But yeah, I mean, if you've got a minute and you're curious, the first, you know, at least 3. I mean, I think it is worth plowing ahead. Like, there are good bits in the books. Like, you know, the concepts are solid. The prose is you know, it's not Douglas Adams, but it's I'd put it a notch above the more workman-like, you know, prose of, like, say, you know, Stephen King or something like that. And, you know, it hurtles around some very interesting ideas, which are always, you know, fun, and it lets them play out and tries to see what will happen. Duke Sexum. Still can't believe that was just that shitty fucking first-person shooter fucking engine. Alright, how are we doing? 307. Number has not gone up adequately. Number go up, number go up, number go up. Remember, the new year matters if it makes number go up. Whatever tickles your button, you know, I don't know. I'm not the fucking Benny Gesserit king of fucking buttons. God, I gotta... You gotta wonder what that would be like, you know? Like a fucking hand job using the fucking weirding. Well, one can dream. Okay, so number go up, put your hand in the box, and watch my show, or I'll bash your fucking kids.